Good afternoon, State Representative Andrew Barkis. I'm coming to you today from under the dome to give you a little update about the transportation budget. Just moments ago on the floor of the House, I'm very excited to say the transportation budget for 2023-2025 biennium passed almost unanimous, 97-1, off of the floor of the House. And the reason it passed that way is because it's reflective of the great work that was done in a bipartisan way between myself and the chair of the transportation budget, Chair Fye, and the great group that we have called the Budget Cabinet between the assistant rankings and the vice chairs working on this. Literally started day one of session way back in January. It seems like forever ago, but it's actually only the last 3 months, intensively working line by line on the budget. We start with what the governor proposes and the agencies propose, and then we tear it all apart. We look at every number, every line, every agency request, every project, and come up with the best thing for the people of Washington State. And I'm pretty confident this year that what we just passed off the floor is reflective of that. And the key element is because we work together from day one all the way through the process. This budget does a lot of things, but the big thing that it does is it keeps the projects moving that are important to so many in Washington State. In 2015, a package called Connecting Washington was passed, and that was some of the very big projects around the state. Those projects were threatened this year in the governor's budget because of budget constraints to move them back into the out years and delay the projects. We didn't accept that. Those delays not only cost jobs, but they cost the taxpayers more money because every time we delay anything, it ends up costing more once we bring that project back online. So our priorities were to make sure that those projects were advanced, to make sure that they're funded, and make sure that they stay on track to hold to the commitment that was made back in 2015 when that package was passed. That was the priority. The move ahead package that was done last year was actually second tier when it came to the funding and everything else. But we had to start with that also in phasing in how that new package, that new revenue package that was passed last year is going to work within this budget. A couple other key things. Our state patrol are so valuable, and we have seen unfortunately a decline in the amount of men and women, our troopers, that are protecting us on the streets. The budget that we just passed really invests in our state patrol by making sure that we have the funding for additional classes and, more importantly, lateral moves. So other law enforcement officers from other agencies from around the country or our own state that want to join the fantastic state patrol now can do that through a lateral class and some incentives we put in to try to encourage them to come join us here in Washington State. Many other things are in this budget. Take too long to describe them all. The bottom line is pretty proud of the fact that we just passed a good budget off the floor of the House. Now, the work is not done. Has to go over to the Senate. We start conferencing on this thing literally in the next day or two. A lot of work ahead in these last couple days of session to finalize that, bring it together with the Senate, and hopefully the House budget, because of how strong it is, will be the leader budget in this negotiation. And at the end of the day, we'll have a great product that we can concur on for the people of Washington State. Hope you like that little bit of an update on the transportation budget. As the ranking member on the Transportation Committee, it is an honor to serve and to work with all the people on my committee and in this legislative body to do the work of the people to make sure that we've got the best product and the best policy moving forward. Pretty confident about that today. Thanks for letting me give you a quick update.